All right. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, everybody. What a morning. Ton of US news just came through. Let's take a quick peek. So this is what just happened, all right? GDP, initial jobless claims, PCE, more jobless claims number. All right, so all that stuff just came through, propelled the euro lower, which basically allowed us to fulfill our plan. Right, so the plan from yesterday was to sell the euro between 710 and 725. And so if you participated in that, you survived the news and you're in the money. Right, so the plan from yesterday, well, from prior in the week has worked out beautifully. Where we are now, having dropped 6 boxes from the top and retraced 2.5. Sorry, my apologies. I have been retraced 2.5 from the original 6. Now is a good place to start selling. All right, so I'm going to take a sell right here, and I'm selling what I see on the left to be resistance, right? This zone here. Right, so I'm selling into that resistance area, and I'm willing to sell to the top of the box the other 3 or 4 clicks that I have left that belong in this box. Right, and as I'm a seller and I'm starting in the 3rd box from the bottom, I'm allowing myself 4 boxes from here, which is unlikely to be a 6-box move. Right, so I waited the first 2 boxes, I sat on my hands, and I started to trade up in box number 3, right, which is now my official box number 1. Right, so I'm trying to make money right here, right now, 3 boxes from the bottom. All right, so basically, if we look at our daily chart, with this morning's events, we've made the higher high. We found a equal low with yesterday. That doesn't really mean much for now. If we look at this on an intraday approach, we have our ceiling, we have our floor, and if we measure the day, you'll notice we've fulfilled 63, and the average is 63. Right, so we've done a full day of work already. It's up to the market to do slightly more, right? To do a couple of boxes above and beyond the average. That's how we move the market forward, right? Otherwise, the market will stay sideways, right? So we need to give a little bit more of a push to do a little bit more than the average, right? It'd be nice to make a slightly lower low, right? We'll see. And so when we look at this through a 5-minute lens, and you start to highlight the ladder that we work within every day, all of a sudden the wrongs kind of like pop out, right? They're not that difficult to find anymore. Right? The difficulty is when there's nothing on the left, right? If you're staring into empty space on the left, like over here, we don't have a point of reference. That's scary, right? But if there's previous price action, you can make reference to it. That's kind of what we're setting up for right here, right? So the market can go up, but it's unlikely to retest the high, right? The probability is that it's likely to retest the lows instead. Maybe not today, but maybe tomorrow. Right, so if we do a Fibonacci on this, for the sake of argument, just to see where we've retraced already, we've come to 38%. You know, we're willing to participate. I'm a seller up here, right? I'm a seller to 50, I'm a seller to 61. Right? I'm a seller in this zone. right? We've already made money on our first trade of the day. Let's see a green candle and recycle this. I was looking at, I was trading the NASDAQ last night with a bunch of the guys doing futures. I got tapped out with $1,000 loss, and then about 3 hours later, the move that I was looking for, and then more came along. And so, had I been more willing to open up my stops, I probably would have been able to survive. But oh well, that's okay. Right? It's sticking to your guns. If you have a plan, stick to it. If the plan requires it changes, change the plan, right? So your ability to adapt is what makes you a successful trader. Green candle, sell. And I'm going to sell 2 right there. Let me turn up my speakers. No. Wife and kids have left for the day, so I can make some noise. There's green candle. I'm selling 1 more. Right. If it pushes up to 50, that's okay, right? I'm allowed to go up there. I'm allowed to go 4 boxes from my original entry. 3, 4. I have lots of space. Let's recycle some trades. Come on. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Come on. I'm just going to remove the boxes from the left here, just so they don't interfere with what I'm working on. That's better. I'll take this away because that's from before. I did a few trades earlier when I first got out of bed this morning. I posted in the chat room, we were at 7:25. You know what to do. That was the plan for the week. And so I got out of bed and I executed the plan. Just to review very quickly, this was yesterday. This was the day before. And so I don't think we've had very many losses this week. We've been pretty lucky. Tactical trading. We're very diligent with our process. Process obsessed. Keeps us safe from ourselves. I am my worst enemy. It was nice to see the market behave appropriately according to what we're familiar with. No crazy business. Tomorrow, Friday, is another big day too for our calendar. Lots of events on the book. You may want to step aside. If you've had a good run this week, in the last couple of weeks, we're heading into the month end. This is when things tend to get a little bit crazy and unruly. If you're not comfortable, take tomorrow off. Keep your winnings. Just from this morning's news event, the volatility that brought with it, you can tell people had a tough time because just in our own little community here, we're missing about 7 or 8 people. And so that tells me we've had losses amongst the group. Someone's asking why I think 50% on the Fibonacci is a level where, why do you think 50% on the Fibonacci is approximately cut off to be still selling? It's not. I want to be a seller all the way up to 61, right? But if you put yourself in a loser's shoes, right? Somebody that was buying at the top, and now we've moved 50 pips further from their entry. If they're faced with a pullback that gives them 50% of their money back, most people will jump on that, right? So if we retrace up to that 50%, all the losers from the top, I gotta book their losses, right? So it's all this mindset, right? The people that are praying and hoping, that's kind of what we're looking for. We're looking to deliver their wishes, right? They're hoping to see it go up to 50. Sure. You want to sell it up there? You want to get out of your losers? Right? Yeah. They want to get out of their losers. We'll take care of that for them. Right? So in theory, the Fibonacci, the real sequence is 55. Right? But we're trained to think in proportions, and so if you're using 100%, then half is 50. Just like you see here on my Fibonacci, I use 86.6, or sorry, 88.6, which is the inverse to the 11.4, and I use 76.4, which is the inverse to the 23.6. All right, so it's that proportional relationship on either side of 50. Right? So the people that got stuck up at the top thinking this was going to the moon, right now they're starting to think, oh, I can get out. I can get out with less pain. A lot of guys that were short at the bottom too, at this level here, they're now in drawdown. A lot of these guys will be jumping ship. Right? The ones that sold the very, very bottom at 50%, it's like, oh my God, what have I done? Here's half my money gone. I should book it. Okay, so here's green, green, green. Here's me sell, sell, sell. And because I'm in box number 2, as opposed to where my original trades were, I'll take all 4 up there. Let's see, what do I have now? I have 6. I think I have 3 here. Let's zoom in, zoom in. So I have 3 here. I'm left with 1 in box number 1, and I have therefore 3 in this box. There's my 4th. So I have 4 in the upper box, I have 3 in the middle box, and I have none in the bottom. And I'm willing to sell all the way up to pip 36. All right. A lot of what we're doing is counterintuitive, right? The crowd is using common sense and they don't seem to be too good at it. And we're going to be using uncommon sense and kind of excel. At top of the box, best place to find that 3 pip trade, right? So we're using the box as a measuring device. If I measure from here, it's been one move already. And if this is the real break, which we thought was here, now it seems to have been here. Let's see if it gives us another box. And then another one. Right? Unlikely, but you never know. Right? The market did fall 50 some odd pips. And it has retraced 28. All right. Let's line this up. I'll change the color or remove it. Change the color. Make it white. All right, so when we look at the ladder, it's a alternative to Fibonacci, right? The ladder is using previous price action, and Fibonacci is using people's way of looking at things, right? This is human behavior. And so a combination of both, right? We combine the left, we combine human behavior, and we exploit that behavior, right? We make money from that behavior. Right? So there's a break going into box number 3, right? So this is now my official box number 3. One trade. I'm going to save for this right here. And I'll remove this because it's in my way. And I'll push this off to the side. I can just remove these actually. Just about where we were when the news came out. Right, 50% retracement. Right, if it goes up to 61, we have the money, we have the space, we have the aptitude, right? It's the non-event. All right, let's see if we can repeat yesterday today. Right, we're looking for the next leg. If this is the current leg, we're looking for the next leg to look something like that. We just don't know where this piece is, right? We don't know where this stops and starts, right? Our job is to anticipate the next move because we're aware of what the current move has been doing compared to what it's usually able to do, right? So we react to things that are abnormal and we trade when things are normal. 3 pips, 3 pips, 3 pips is a normal environment within a normal amount of space. We therefore have an expectancy out of this. Right, here it comes, 61. I just took 4 trades in that upper box there. Come on. This is the part that destroys people, right? We've built this big position, and what if it just continues on and on and on and on and on? Well, that's why we have an ejection seat. Right? That's exactly why we have an ejection seat. And how much have we already pulled back? 38, right? Just a little bit more than our expected 4 boxes. Let's see what comes of this next. It's a good start. All right, can we get more of the same? So I've just closed 3. If I get a green candle of any kind, I'll recycle those trades. There's a 1, 2, 3. And then if I'm forced to go into box number 4, I'm forced to go into box number 4. Come on. Just deliver results. Wouldn't be surprised if it tries to push to 76. No, it's in the business of inflicting pain, right? This is not your friend. And so get ready for hurt. Bottom of the hour is coming up. It usually calls the end of this pullback, this retracement that we're faced with right here, right now. Right? The timing is about right. If you started selling at the very, very bottom, you're in trouble, right? By now, you're taking losses. Que sera, sera. There it is, inflicting pain. This is annoying. The waiting is annoying. All right, right back to the entry, right back to the news, as if nothing happened. $61%. And it looks like slowing momentum. Right? Large bar, medium bar, smaller bar. That's the kind of stuff we're looking for. Right? We're on the lookout for this. That's axiom number 3. It's kind of unfolding. For some, the pain is real. I'm selling up here and gonna hold on for a bit. 5 more minutes. I'm really curious to see what will come of this next leg. It likes to hang up there, huh? This is annoying. Right, 61% retracement, slowing momentum up, right? It's a matter of survival. You don't want to get rattled. Sorry, I'm clicking on my other platform over here. Trying to manage some risk that I have in a few places. So it's given us 4 and a little bit. Right? Is it going to give us 5? Four and a half. Who was it that commented on that big hourly candle? Right? When we look to the ladder, we went up the ladder 3 rungs. We have our slowing momentum. Curious to see where we end up. It's hanging up there. Come on. Can you feel the pain? right? It has the ability to get into this space here, all of this, right? That's what this box represents. Low probability, but probability nonetheless. I just want to see it come off that high. Hmm, 61, holding on. This is so annoying. We know we're on the right path, right? The survival is where if we don't plan ahead, we tend to put all the money in the wrong spot, right? So this is where the discipline comes in. This is where you can't jump the gun. You have to stick to your boxes. You have to commit to your clicks per box. You have to adapt and yet maintain, consistency. It's the toughest thing to do, right? It's a combination of, discipline, obsess for the process, observation, poor judgment. Poor judgment is what makes you a better trader each and every day. I learn from making mistakes. Watch that thing take off now. Right there. Watch it make a higher high. Whoops, there we go. I knew it. I knew it. I knew it. I knew it. All right, pain, pain, pain. Right there. Right, higher high. One, two, three. This is my box number 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I just took all 4 clicks in box number 4. I brought my average about 11 pips away. So I'm looking for a move back to break even. Freaking nightmare. That's the most annoying thing. You know you're on the right path and it's just wasting your time. Oh well, wash and repeat, folks. Come on. I could use a nap right now. Really annoyed with Mr. Market this morning. What a waste. What a waste of a morning. Come on. The bars are shrinking. What a waste. I'm still test driving these DX trade platforms. The platform itself has a lot to be desired, but the services that are offering it are okay. Some of these DX trade offerings are also connected to TradingView, which is kind of sweet. So you can trade through TradingView instead of DX trade. That's kind of what I've been test driving the last couple of days. I'm having a blast doing it. So yeah, patience, I guess, that's where it's at. I'm lacking it today. I did not sleep well. What is this bull crap? Come on. That is so annoying. A waste of a morning. Better things to do than sit here and sell and wait for it to work. What a waste of a day. Sorry, I'm complaining. This is not how I envisioned the morning. I'm already 7 minutes past the bottom of the hour and it's doing absolutely nothing. It's waiting for suckers to fall prey. I'm likely going to be the next one. Come on. The pain is real, folks. The pain is real. Finally. Finally. Freaking hell. I'd love to see it go all the way back to the low. That would make for an awesome video. But it's probably not going to happen like that. All right, hold on to your belt buckles. I'm at 16 and I have trades in all 4 boxes. My break even is between boxes 2 and 4, right there. I'm now looking for a move in my favor, about 12 pips. It's a matter of time. Yeah, DX trade is it's missing some bits and pieces, like a ruler, right? The way I trade, I need a ruler. I need to see my stop losses on the chart. I need to see my targets on the chart. All the most basic things are missing from the platform. But you know, as a trader, you find an alternative, you find a solution, and so you know, I'm still trading. The accounts are profitable, they're moving forward. It's just causing me tons of grief, and that's the thing, right? Where we try to set it up so it's as little grief as possible, and I don't really appreciate when the platform interferes with my process. And we're beyond the 61% retracement. That's annoying. That's really annoying. Damaging for some. All right, we'll turn this thing around in no time. There, come on. Just find the high already. So I'm behind uploading the videos about 4 days worth. So I'll be doing that this weekend, I guess. I'll be uploading all the videos at once. That's all right. You'll have more stuff to watch. You can binge watch. Come on, there we go. Finally. Just for giggles, I wanted to show you this real quick. Where did it go? Oh, right here. I was looking at the NASDAQ chart. That move last night, I was buying this move here. This is where I got tapped out. And sure enough, the move that I was looking for came in within a couple hours. You know, the usual happenstance, right? That's always what happens. We have the direction right, we have the trade right, but we have the sizing wrong. Right? That's exactly what happened to me last night. Had my sizing been one contract fewer, I would have survived that move, no problem. Right? We just don't know what we don't know. Really annoyed with this morning move. Waste my day. Should have been out of here by now. Freaking hell. I'm going back for a nap after this. I think yeah. Come on. Nothing here is irregular except the timing sucks. Uh, all right, we built a position, postponing gratification, and sure enough, we're starting to get paid, but it's just so slow and annoying to boot. But we'll figure it out, right? As long as we can get back to break even, the choice is ours. You know, we can continue, we can flatten, we can, uh, you know, take a pause and come back later if you care. I would not, but if you have the opportunity. All right, so today's move was 42 pips. Nothing says it's not going higher. Right? We're just using a probability assessment that tells us the likelihood is to the downside. Anything can happen. Right? This push up there, anything can happen. It'd be nice to see it back near the 50% or even near the 38% in the next hour, hour and a half. That'd be enough to say, you know, we've had a day of work. Back to 07. Yeah. There's a lot of wildlife where I live, you know, coyotes and wolves and a lot of critters. And my cats, all three of them, woke us up this morning at about 4 o'clock. There was something going on outside that was freaking out the animals. And so, yeah, I had a really tough wake up. I can't seem to snap out of it. And so let's go to the daily for a minute. Let's go take a look at that. I'm curious to see. All right, so on the daily, the low held, that may have been a clue. Right, that right there may have been a clue that we were experienced this. Having experienced it, you know, having fulfilled the average daily range, we know we're pushing into resistance. So the probability is to the downside. It keeps coming back to this surviving, right? We have to survive what the market throws at us until we get what we're looking for. Right? So we prepare for one outcome, and we are willing, ready, and able to do whatever is necessary, to survive. Here's a 4-hour chart, right? On the 4-hour chart, let's remove the fib. We have a lower high and a lower low. Right? So on a 4-hour approach, this gives me a lot of enthusiasm for my trades. Time will tell. It's absolutely okay to book losses. What's not okay is to deny the losses. Sweep them under the rug, pretend they never happened. All right, so remember to recycle your trades as things progress favorably. Right? You don't want to borrow from Peter to pay Paul. All right, so the box 4 trades have to remain in box 4. The box 3 trades remain in box 3. But as long as I'm in box 3, I can keep recycling the trades, right? So just allocate the money and don't crisscross. Don't take from one box and put it into a different one. This should resolve in our favor. It's a matter of time. I'm just really annoyed. My apologies if I pissed you off. I didn't mean to. It's been one of those crazy mornings. I'm sure if I go outside and look around in the yard, there's probably bear poop out there. No wonder the cats were freaking out. All right. Top of the hour, 8 more minutes. I'll let you go. We have our plan sorted out. We know what the outcome of this should be. The low probability is that it pushes beyond what we've already experienced. The higher probability is a retracement in our favor. And so we'll just have to let it play out and see what happens. It's tempting to take off the targets. It's tempting to look at a bunch of swing trades. But in this particular account here, this particular setup, since the month of April, I've done nothing but 3 pips, 3 pips. There has been 0 swing trades in this account, and I want to keep it like that. And in this particular account number. And so I'm trying to rectify the track record where I blend the 2 strategies. It destroys the track record. This is a revamp, right? This is all in order to prove that 3 pips, 3 pips, 3 pips will deliver something like this, right? Even if you have a tough time, it's okay to lose, right? As long as you recover 3 pips at a time, right? So that's what we're learning to do, right? We're learning to lose without having to change the process when it comes to the recovery. Right? A lot of guys, they'll book a loss and immediately that revenge kicks in and they change their process because of revenge. That's the furthest thing from what we're trying to do. Right? If I'm pushed into a corner, my process remains the same. There we go. Oh. it has the ability to get under our skin, right? Even when we have the best of intentions, the best plan, the best strategy, it takes 5 minutes too long, or it takes 20 minutes. No, it's happening faster than you thought or slower than expected. There's always a time element. And this is where the box was a big, big lifesaver for me, because now the end of the box is always in my line of sight. And I understand what it means, right? It's a change, it's a possible change, it's an adaptation. If I'm just using the grid or these horizontal static lines, they go on forever and ever, right? The lines can extend to the future forever. That means nothing to me. This right there tells me that something has to happen by this point. It's a call to action, which is missing if I'm just using a horizontal line, right? And so if I trade horizontal lines, it's good, but not good enough. If I use boxes, it fills in that missing bit, right? This this vertical end of the box there is a call to action, which is a necessity. It's a lifesaver. All right, there we are. We're finally booking wins. So now I get to recycle these trades. Right, trades number 3 or box number 3. If it pushes up, I get to put them back in. Like that. Boom. Come on, push up. There. One more. Boom. Right, so I'm not putting the box number 4 trades unless we go into box number 4. Let me take this away. All I'm trying to do is recycle the trade so I can keep bringing that white line back up, right? That white line has to remain within reach. And so the recycling allows for that behavior. We're on to something. We are definitely on to something. Steve wants to know if I would have taken losses today or hedge. Probably take losses. I'm just not in the mood to battle with this. It's easier to book the loss, come back tomorrow with less money, and do a better job. It's the psychology of, it's like, you know, when you have a hangover, sometimes you go to work just to go to work. This is what I feel like today, even though I haven't had a drink in 2 decades. It's this lack of sleep is a big part of, well, for me it's the medication, but it's a part of the process. I have to have regular sleep. It's in the routine. It's part of my routine, and my routine got thrown out of whack at 4 in the morning. If I wasn't taking these medications, I'd probably be faring a lot better right now. But they're keeping me going, so I'm not going to complain. Well, I am complaining, but it could be worse. Could be worse. All right, green candle. How many trades do I have? 14. How many boxes do I have? 3. I've already got 2 trades too many, so I can't put any more in here. I have to wait to see if we go into box number 4 to overspend. Come on, baby cakes. It's top of the hour. The London fix should be coming in, and this is the 25th, right? So next week, the last week, or Monday, Tuesday, the last couple of days of the month, this time of the day will be crazy, right? This is when we see that increase in volatility because of month end, week end. It's all positioning, right? The accounts with the dozen zeros in them have to position themselves for month end. Right? They have to show their worth. All right, let's see. Come on. Let's close some winners here. Call it a day. We're still looking to exit down here somewhere. Near the 7-0. Right in this area. Let's call that green. Oops. Come on. Right there. All right. It'd be nice to revisit this 1.5 box. Easily doable with this market. Right? The market can move this distance with its eyes closed. It's just annoying when it's doing it with fractional pips. So, anyways, fellas, this is the plan. All right, I'll let you guys go. I'll let you guys, survive on your own. You know what to do. You know how to do this. Right? Don't touch your stop losses. Don't touch your targets. If you finish, emptying your book, stop trading. Leave the casino. Right? Do not continue past lunchtime New York. And then we can come back tomorrow and do it again. All right? So we hold in our hands the cards that tell us the future. We're looking at lower lows, lower highs on a 4-hour scale, right? There's a probability built into this. Keep an eye on this, right? Keep an eye on the highs, keep an eye on what's unfolding over the next couple hours, leading into lunchtime New York, and you'll know when to go flat. All right, talk to you guys later. I'm gonna go for a nap, and then I'm back at work for a couple more hours later. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.